Emergency communication was vital during and after the July tornadoes. But the Raycom building that houses the police dispatch equipment in Marshalltown took a direct hit. KCCI's Laura Terrell shows us the damage.
Nearly 9 months later, construction crews are still hard at work all over Marshalltown, especially here at the Raycom building that took a direct hit from the tornado.
If you look really closely, you can actually see the spin of the tornado off on the left-hand side of the video. It goes from sort of peaceful to sort of total chaos just in that few minutes of time.
This security camera captured the tornado as it roared into Marshalltown. As the sky darkens, winds reaching 140 miles an hour send debris flying through the air.
Our building was dead in the center of the tornado when it hit.
Mike Miller is the president and CEO of Raycom. The company supplies radio communications for 300 public safety agencies in Iowa.
Some of the tree damage, it goes 100 or 200 yards north of here.
Standing on the roof of the Raycom building, Miller shows us the widespread damage still visible 9 months after the storm.
You can still see contractors working today at people's homes. And so a lot of people were walking around, they didn't know what to do.
Just like stunned.
Yeah.
No one was more stunned on July 19th than Miller himself after Raycom took a direct hit from the tornado. This cell phone video taken shortly after shows walls blown out of the 5-story building.
I got out and looked up and the whole building was torn apart, and I thought somebody had to die and our business is going to be over.
Fortunately, neither one of those would come true. 12 employees inside survived the storm, and so did the most important equipment.
When I walked up, it was just insulation everywhere, no ceiling anymore. Things were tipped over, but the key, most important servers, like those over there in that corner, stood just exactly like that.
Miller calls it a miracle. With the server still standing, police and dispatchers still had their lifeline of communication.
Every Marshalltown police officer, Marshall County Sheriff's deputy, every time they hit push to talk on the radio, it's controlled from this building and specifically from those racks of servers right there.
Not only did Raycom keep the servers up and running, but it set up this temporary dispatch center in its building.
Marshall County 911.
Never heard before audio recordings give a glimpse of the chaos that day as terrified Marshalltown residents called 911.
Reporting a tornado touching down on top of the veterans home.
Yes, we're aware. Get into the basement.
Thank you.
Marshall County 911.
My mom is driving, she was driving home. I think she's on Summit Street and a tree fell on her car and I don't know if she's okay.
This is dash cam video of Marshalltown police responding to call after call. Without radio communication, their search and rescue would have been extremely difficult.
There's no doubt in my mind that lives were saved that day because our public safety radios stayed up and active the whole time.
I'm as proud as I could be that we were able to pass that test.
Nearly 9 months later, Raycom still shows all the signs of that terrifying day. Broken glass and ripped off siding, $7 million in damage that could take 9 more months to fix.
We've decided that we're going to rebuild it nicer, more modern, even stronger.
One lasting sign of the storm's strength is this bent metal flagpole in the front of the building. Miller is considering leaving it that way as a reminder.
It did bend Marshalltown. It did hurt us a lot, you know. We have years of recovery ahead of us, but it didn't break us.
In Marshalltown, Laura Terrell, KCCI 8 News, Iowa's news leader.
That tornado also hit major central Iowa manufacturer Vermeer in Pella. The industrial and agricultural equipment maker has a large campus, and the storm caused significant damage. KCCI's Todd Magel is there with a look at how it's doing today.
9 months after the tornado struck here in Pella, it's hard to find any signs of damage. In fact, Vermeer is almost back to normal.
Oh my gosh, are you videoing this? Yes, this is all on video.
July 19th, 2018. This is the tornado as it tears through the Vermeer Corporation in Pella. In just a few minutes, it sawed through several buildings along what's called Vermeer Mile. From the air and on the ground, the damage is overwhelming. Roofs torn off, walls collapsed, and cars piled up like toys.
It was shocking to me to see the damage.
Jason Andringa is Vermeer's CEO.
When I came out of the shelter in Plant 1 and drove along the back of the mile, I will never forget what I saw.
Then it really got emotional because you saw that the place that you loved to come to work was practically destroyed.
Joel Neef has been a Vermeer machining specialist for 17 years. He helps build some of the giant farm and industrial equipment here. He and his co-workers rushed into the reinforced concrete tornado shelters in Plant 7 that afternoon. This one is normally a lunchroom, but the doors have 3 deadbolts, and it's built to withstand an EF5 tornado.
You start thinking about family, friends. Are you going to make it out of here?
Neef and hundreds of other workers did make it out. 7 were injured, no one was killed. That night, an emotional Andringa promised to rebuild his 71-year-old family company.
So yeah, we certainly are going to rebuild, and we're going to come back stronger than ever.
Vermeer is back building machines like this horizontal driller.
What's going on in the buildings right now is amazing. We're doing with 5 plants what we used to do with 7, and we're getting it done.
The progress we have made is mind-blowing.
Here's another look at the damage last summer from the air, and here's what it looks like now. The remaining factory buildings are working at full capacity. Vermeer is beginning construction to replace the 2 destroyed plants by next year. Each one will have even stronger storm shelters.
The whole mental image of it is seared in my brain forever, and I'll probably never get over the shock of it, and then also never get over the pride of how we rallied as a team and came back like we did.